Meh. 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 Okay, audio's working. Hello. Let me just put the volume down on my headset. There we go. I have returned to chapter 11. Soon, anyway. Look, the cat found the button. Hey! I was okay scrolling through Twitter and forgot to check the time. Hello Les, hello Zom. Just gonna give a moment for YouTube and such to update Discord. Oh, I need to pop the chat out so I can read it while I play. Or at least I will once it loads. There we go. That there. Change its size. There we go. That'll do. Shouldn't be too long until Discord keeps itself up. I am... Yeah, should be. Anyway, while I wait, I might as well try the headhunting. I've got 3 roles in total that I can do, and I mean, I can get either Sega or Mudrock, hopefully. That would be nice. Well, probably not in 3 roles, but you know, that's my goal, to get one of those 2. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Nothing.
Captain of Reserve Op Team A6, Orchid, reporting in.
Yeah,
Are you the doctor?
There we go. Give me something.
I'm deep color. A painter.
Ah, not bad.
Yes, just a painter. Nothing more.
Yes, nothing more. Promise. Oh, need to change that. And doop, there we go. Damn, I went 6 hours of pinch out stalling because I don't try it unless you want an early suffering at night. Oh, yikes. Yeah, I've seen that particular option is very, very difficult. Well, not difficult, but like very time consuming. I have no luck to give, or bless you. I got 3 bad. Eek. Alright, one last go. Let's see what we can get. Okay.
我叫安索，很高兴认识你。啊，对了，你的饭卡还在。
Yeah. Okay, so nothing really. Any repeats? Nope, no repeats. So straight into it, or at least once. Okay, yep. Discord's loaded. Everything's low. Why is the Australian speaking Chinese? I think the reason why is because at the time I didn't check where she came from and just saw that it's Lungman. That might be why. Yeah. I haven't quite gone back to check certain characters who are, you know, expat. Okay. Hello, Scarf. Oh, also, hello, Darth. I completely forgot to mention it earlier. That 3 million HP is horrendous. Yeah. Okay, I honestly have kind of completely forgotten what the gimmick was for chapter 11. It's been a month. Let's see. I mean, all in all, not too bad. It's 3 choke points, which isn't ideal, but it's doable. So we get like little guard barrier things. Hello, Code. Enemies die and turn into poison clouds. Oh, right, yes. And sometimes you got to kill Eldritch Cheese. Yes. Eldritch Trees, which turn into enemies. Oh, right, there we go. That's what it was. Okay, so this looks relatively easy. My team is not geared up for this. Okay, let's see. What will I need? Gonna bring in AoE.
喜んで
Don't need 2 lots of.
え、任務に行かないとなのかな
Exu. Did I not bother with your... No, I didn't. Okay, fair enough.
チームでの戦い慣れてるから任せて
要执行任务吗？我了解了。
Free. Range. Probably won't make use of that, so I'll bring in
チ
that.
ームメイト同士でもみんなの前に出ない方がいい
And that
わかった
should
ド
probably
ク
do
ター
it.
の言う通りにするよ
Cutscene or game? Cutscene. Okay. 9:37 a.m. Overcast. Near the City Defense Force main command tower. I forgot how to pronounce that again. Ouch, District, Londinium. But it will be Ouch District in a moment, I'm guessing. All Rhode Island Spec Ops teams... All Rhode Island Spec Ops team Amia hands. As per our plan, we will work with the Self-Salvation Corps and launch an ambush on the Londinium Defense Forces command tower. We have only one objective: obtain the message logs from the defense system about the sarkaz supply line. These messages will determine the success or failure of our entire Londinium operation. And that, even if the most likely can no longer stop Teresis from declaring war on the Dukes. But if we get our hands on this information, we'll have a chance to slow the pace of the war and reduce the sacrifices that come with it to a minimum. We may have come well prepared, but we need to expect the unexpected. All of us know in our hearts that, in the coming war, each battle will be more difficult than the last. But we came all this way for the same unshakable goal. It's time to keep going. Doctor, Amia, we have another emergency on our hands. Another Sarkaz King might appear on the battlefield. Doctor, I know you're worried about me. I can't say for sure that I'm ready, but ever since we left Sedine, I've been thinking of what it will be like to see her again. If she stands opposite us, I want to know why. I want to feel everything that she feels. But just as I told the operators, I will never forget why we came here in the first place. I understand very well that the future of the Sarkaz and the whole world that Teresa hoped for is slipping further and further away. It's exactly the future that I, Dr. Calcit, and all the operators who come to Londinium with us hope for. There we go. I somehow didn't see the us when I first read it and got confused. For that, we are prepared to face anything, and we will fight each battle like it is our last. Well, let's move then. Right, Doctor, let's go. roof. The Sarkaz army has been quick to mobilize lately. Yes, Lieutenant Colonel. Everyone has been saying what? Well, they've been saying the Sarkaz are going to strike the Duke's forces soon. When that happens, they will throw us onto the battlefield as their cannon fodder. My apologies, Lieutenant Colonel. I've spoken out of turn. No, I don't blame you. We all trust you, sir. We all know how difficult it is to negotiate with the Sarkaz. But you've done it. Has he, though? I mean... All these years, it was you who kept us safe. Even the time the Duke of Stafford revolted, it wasn't for how if it wasn't for how accurate your judgment was, I would have been killed long ago by the rebels' cannon fire. You saved us time and again, and you protected this city from all sorts of conspiracies. As long as you are behind the decision, not one of us will question it. I know that. It's precisely because I know that. What's that sound in the streets down there? Wasn't this after what happened at the orphanage? If you're referring to where the cloister, is that what they're called? Copied one of the teachers. And also after he visited. Yeah, I do have a bad feeling about that area. And I don't like it. This is a cargo track. They must be transporting construction metal for the Sarkaz. On guard! What's going on? Good morning. Wait, where did all these men come from? Save your breath, unless you're willing to cough up the coin. Mercenaries. Who sent you? Which duke? We don't know any dukes, and they certainly wouldn't know us. Are you the rebels? This is a very casual conversation between a occupying force and a, I mean, yeah. Hello, Christmas. I see we're back on the main story again after a journey to space. Yeah, had just a little bit of a side quest. We're the Londinium Citizen Self-Salvation Corps. Self-Salvation Corps? You know what this is about. You should have been the ones fighting the Sarkaz, but you chose to raise the white flag. That left us no choice but to raise up ourselves. Hold your ground. Don't let them into the tower. Soldier. You're Victorian, aren't you? I am. 20,000 Defence Forces men are stationed across the city. Aside from those who were killed or captured, every last one of them is bound to the land they stand on by the same order, becoming an accessory to the Sarkaz crimes. There's no way you are not aware that the Sarkaz will soon be launching a war on all of Victoria. When that time comes, will you still stand with the Sarkaz against your own friends and family? Perhaps all you want to do is survive, but you are not Sarkaz. You will never truly earn their trust. Once the war begins in earnest, they could abandon you at any moment. I can see your hesitation. In the end, you are only footman. It is the man who gives you orders, not you who we must confront. So, stand aside. Idiot. Do not give ground, not one of you. We will hold the line here. We are soldiers. We trust our commander. We must follow our orders. Well, there we go. Lieutenant Colonel, the enemy is attacking the defensive line. No idea where or how they came. All of a sudden, Even if they snuck along the cargo track and managed to slip past the sarkaz checkpoints on the surface, there's no way they could have gone through the tower surveillance system. I don't know if they're scared or loyal or stupid. I imagine a mix of all three. Loyal to this guy, stupid for not realising that it won't matter regardless, and probably scared because it's either them or themselves or everyone else. Unless someone hacked the system and took down all the sentinels within a very short period of time. Ah, yeah, Closure's here. But that's impossible. Ah, but Closure's here. Rip. Hello. I forgot you were here as well. Nothing is impossible. A shadow flies toward him. He can smell the scent of death. Unlike the sense of vicious suffocation he felt before the Sanguin Arch of vampires, he knows he will die a quick and relatively painless death. Which is why he chose not to pointlessly attempt to dodge. Ugh. Out of my way. Oh, hello. Rhode Island. So you've come after all. Ascalon, how long has it been? 9 days ago, when you barged into Westlake, were you also prepared to brandish the weapon the General bestowed upon you directly at him, as you are doing now? Yes. And unlike you, I will not hesitate. Ooh. Damn. I know we thoroughly humiliated Manfred last time, but I kind of hope we kill him at some point. We need to start getting rid of the top brass.
I've got this. I can do this.
Forwards!
I will not back down.
Oh, this is unfortunate.
At your service. Attack!
Okay, which way do I want to do this? Ah, fuck. There we go. There we go.
Your orders, please. You've never ever noticed the hideous grins of conspirators.
Your orders. Ah!
There we go. Ooh, there we go.
You'll have to try harder than that.
Can't you hear the children's cries? I'm ready.
There.
我知道了。
Oh, shit. I can't remember how this barrier works. Not like that. Okay.
Doctor, lead the pack. Kick ass. 到我了吗？
Aggro.
我知道了。
That aggro's not really doing it.
Your orders.
ドクターはいつだって僕の居場所を見つけてくれるんだ。ディオポーレント。いつでもいい。一体いつからこの触手はまやかしに過ぎないって錯覚してたの？戦場は騒がしいから大丈夫。すぐ治るから。
Okay, we managed to tank the grab.
いつでもいい。一体いつからこの触手はまやかしに過ぎないって錯覚してたの？
Relax. It'll be over in an instant.
Gabriel, this instant isn't instanting.
到我了吗？我还坚持得住。
よーし I'll do my best.
There we go. Caster would have been better for that one. I should have realised that as Mizuki was doing more damage. Anyway. Doesn't matter, we got it. I swear Cicero is one of the best healers, and yet she is a 4-star. Honestly, yeah, I'm very rarely... I very rarely consider swapping her for another person. Wow, people aren't getting one-shotted by those things. It's such a refreshing sight. I wasn't overly fond of the fact they kept going for Cicero, though, even though I placed down other people. And I thought Bison had aggro when he uses his skill, but I guess it didn't matter. Let me double check. Increases the likelihood of being targeted by the enemy. Well, that likelihood must be low, because at no point did they ever target him. Oh god, what is this? Oh, this is horrible. I do not like this. They could have, at the very least, they could have given me a Ifrit lane or something. I mean, technically they have, but it's like, is it worth setting it up there? Only one. Gabriel's gonna have to stand there. And then a lot of range. Oh, but if I put Ifrit there, it's going to be difficult to have other healers point in that direction. So yeah, no point having Ifrit. Fast redeploy. Oh, fast redeploy though. I mean, I could do fast redeploy, but the problem is those drones are going to spawn in and kill. Yeah, those drones will immediately kill anyone that I put down there. I do not like this. Gravel can tank it, possibly, yes. Should only be able to tank it once, though. And if I remember correctly, those trees don't die quickly. I think I'm only going to have one defender if I'm going to use Gaviol and a tank. Gravel's still low, though. I have not leveled her up. That's going to be the kicker there. She's got the barrier, at least, but... Alternatively, I could try with Kazimado, because of the... She dies, but she'll spawn a puppet that'll keep attacking the tree anyway.
You want to go together?
2, 3. So I've got 2 tiles that I can heal. There's a tile there. That's a spawnable tile, isn't it? That's a flat tile. Or at least it looks like it is. Interesting. Right, I'm not really sure how it's going to go, so I'm just going to cowabunga and go right into it. Hey, on the blight, on the blight, on the yes, the blight side. On the bright side, though, I'm mostly E2 for everything. Oh, straight into battle. Okay. I forget reds often do that. Okay, which direction are you going to go in?
I can
Alright,
do this.
as I thought.
It's my duty to stand here.
I need healing. Ah, fuck.
Can't you feel the city's crumbling away?
This is bad. Nope. I messed that timing up. I should have put the healer down right away. Gravel is not going to take that tree down. No, there's no point doing the there's no point doing a fast redeploy either there. I can use her to tank the drones though. There's just no point doing the trees. And I'm going to play this much more sensible. I'm not doing that again. That's dumb. I'll put down Saleech immediately. Sometimes I get a bit distracted when there's more DP than normal. I immediately try to put down the higher level people. Okay.
I will
Go.
not back down.
And then I should be able to get that deployed, and I should be able to get enough to put in healer. I said I should get enough to put in a healer. There we go.
You've never ever noticed the hideous grins of conspirators.
There we go. That's actually good. What the fuck is you? This is a point where I actually need Lapland.
Solid positioning.
Can't you hear the children's cries?
What is you going to be? Ah, fuck me. That's what you're going to be?
I'll take the lead. The rest is up to you guys.
What is that? Like rods from God? They just appear.
I'll do my best.
Okay, there it is.
Can you do it? Doctor, leave the big guys to me.
You've never ever noticed the hideous grins of conspirators.
That is not where I wanted to place, but okay.
思うがままの戦術でいいよ。
アップルパイ Can I get away from me? Please! 人の言葉はしっかり聞いて。
いつでもいいよ。前菜代わりにもならないね。
Could you stop attacking my fish boy? That's just rude. Oh, it's healing though. Oh, right, of course. Oh, I do that. Who just called Sarkaz
Your orders,
Sancta?
please. Can't you hear the children's cries?
I mean, the Sancta definitely could come along with ballistic missiles. I wouldn't put it past them, but okay, the level is still doing it. That's fine. It'd be nice if they moved a little bit faster so I could actually use Gavial's skill there. Oh, okay, they go right for it already. This is going to become problematic.
There! Doctor, leave the big guys to me.
I'm here! This is my playground! Can't you feel the cities crumbling away?
Die faster. There we go.
Can you do it?
Yeah, Gavial's just chilling. Not the best place to put her. You're not going to survive this. I will try to save you if more come. Ah! There we go.
Gather up, my rats.
I should have had Gavial facing left so she could use the skill on the tree.
I'm ready.
So what is up with the dogs then? Why are they evil? Why not shield him? Oh, that's how that works. Wait, how? Oh! Yeah, I am. So what exactly happens if I do that? Nothing. So what? Is it just for air and stuff like that and ground? That's going to be unfortunate. Let me, how much? Ooh. Okay, 2 hits I can take. Swing again. Swing again. Swing again. Swing again. There we go. Oh, nice final hit in.
I won't back down.
There we go. No problem. Honestly, compared to Lone Trail, we're already blazing through two stages. Oh, they didn't hit at that. Didn't hit that hard. I mean, to be fair, I did put in a lot of healing stuff. So she had the shield and the healing and the thing. It only got 1 hit in, and it was. Yeah. We're here. This path connects the palace and the ducal manor. Golden Mane. What did you just say, Vina? No, it's nothing. It's been a long time since I saw them. Yeah, not long ago. We left this place. Today, we walk these ancient bricks again. This path has likely never been trodden this frequently. Oh, I remember now. I don't trust you anymore, Aladale. It was only meant for emergencies. Hang on, let me just double check this. Boop, there we go. Too bad. Be it the ducal manor or this palace, it has never really served anyone in their time of need. Mercenary, if you don't want to buy everyone here a drink, you'd better not joke about that. Right then. Why does he kind of remind me of Aragorn, his face? Aladale, you said I once came back through this passage with the size of kings. There we go, size of kings, not size of knights. I really don't remember that. This has me very restless. It's as though I'm purposefully avoiding a great responsibility. Why don't you trust her again? It's been a while. Someone's commanding her, and the way it was phrased, or the she or whatever, made me think it was something to do with Dublin. I don't know if it is or not, or if it's someone else, but it seemed like she was, yeah. Like, not willingly, but also meh. Vina, it's okay. You were too young then. Anyone who tried to force any kind of responsibility onto a child that had only just learned to speak would have to be extraordinarily selfish. No mistake about it. Apologies, I might have insulted someone close to you. Actually, I rather agree. I rather agree with what you said. But now, we've come back nonetheless. Responsibility, miracles. I have no idea what they expected of me, nor do I really care. But I stand here today, and I have something I must accomplish. I shan't take on any titles because of it. I'm doing this so that the people will know peace again. We are approaching our objective, then. Don't ooh, $500 penalty. No! Sirs, please tear down the brick wall blocking the path up ahead. Be quiet. Don't let them find us, rather. We need to go down from here. Right, As I walk through the darkness, I hear footsteps behind me. Golden Mane. What's the matter, Vina? Never mind. Let's keep going. I don't know why I thought it was dead ass about to say as I walk through the Valley of the Shadow of Death or something like that. That was just I was fully expecting it to say that. Let me just double check something. Okay. No one on our tail. The sarkaz couldn't have figured we would go down. They must be throwing quite the party above us. It's possible that our allies are sacrificing their lives in this intense battle. I was actually apprehensive when Aladale proposed this plan. Did I say plan? The fuck am I trying to say? Okay. Aladale proposed the plan, huh? Keep spending most of our lives living in the Glasgow paradise. Oh, that's going to be stuck in my head now. Forevermore. I should be standing with the core fighters and the Rhode Islanders. The Doctor's plan is meant to ensure our operation remains undetected. Man, get a watch evening. Hi. To be fair, it is now the time that the stream would start normally. I just started 30 minutes early because I got bored. Though, to be fair, I did also delay the stream by an hour originally and then decided not to. So, parkour. No matter what happens above ground, we must get our hands on the size of kings. This is a key to foiling the Sarkaz's plan, and can even turn the tide of the war. And this sword, I only heard of it in stories. It was the sword of the Aslan forefathers. As the legend goes, it was forged for the Aslans by the Fairy of the Grasslands, as opposed to the Lady of the Lake. A Pasha of yore once beheaded the Poltergeist King with it. Was that one of the Sarkaz kings in the past, I guess? Poltergeist? I'm guessing they don't exist anymore. Then, the Aslans came to Victoria to rule, and it became the symbol of their reign. Can I interest you in a job with the German National Railways? I mean, they kind of need someone to start it early. According to some historical records, in the days before the nomadic cities came to be, the kings once cleaved catastrophes with it. For centuries, there was not a single storm to threaten Londinium. The masses believed that as long as the size of kings remain, Londinium would overcome her foes forever, be they powerful poltergeists or terrifying catastrophes. You can't really believe. I do. I believe in Vina. It's like you're trying to change the subject. Of course I believe in Vina too, but you can tell right away this is just a fairy tale. That's not real. That is, in fact, not a fabrication to legitimize Yazlan's reign. It really can cleave catastrophes. If the Shard, with its ability to pull in storms, is Victoria's spear against the outside world, then the size of kings capable of rending catastrophes asunder is its strongest shield. That would actually make Victoria pretty OP if it can send catastrophes, but even if other nations could then develop the same weapon, they can still defend themselves from it instead. That would be incredibly powerful. The spear is known far and wide, yet the shield exists almost only in legend. But if we were able to wield this power, we will almost certainly be able to stop this Sarkaz ambitions. Aladel, you're very familiar with our Realm Blade. Realm Blade is such a cool name, not gonna lie. Or like cool term. Now you know why Columbia won a space laser, yeah. I'm only fulfilling my responsibilities as a member of the House Cumberland. Have you seen the blade with your own eyes? Yes. Yes, she did. Yes, but only once. Oh yeah, Lentrell briefly mentioned that, like you said, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty much the whole thing about it. Because apparently the weapon was being remade. Or not remade, but like restarted. So I'm guessing at some point we do get rid of it, but I'm guessing Victoria ends up using it, or not using it, but like keeping it around instead. Because that was the implication they did. Like it was all turned off at one point, but then turned back on, or whatever it is. What I saw was something that could only happen in a dream. What did the blade look like? It was beautiful. It has the power to liven one's heart. The moment you lay your eyes upon it, you'll believe from the pit of your soul that you can triumph over everything. I hope it's in like a stone. It's got to be placed in a stone. Please place it in a stone. Or an anvil, like the original was supposed to be. A bit over the top, innit? Legends, legends. Maybe that's about the sarkaz. Is that sword especially good at cutting sarkaz? Is cutting all you can think about? If Vina had beaten that Sanguin Arch bloody with her hammer the other day, it'd have a story like that in 200 years. She makes a good point. That just might happen. Please let that be good foreshadowing. Please let that be foreshadowing. I would love to smash the Sanguin Arch's face in with a hammer. That's probably going to get me demonetized. Then Rose Island will become the fairy that bestowed the hammer. Closure will probably be happy about that. The Ark of God in Barren Lands. The Return of the King. I just immediately saw the Lord of the Rings title appear in my head as I was reading it. How's that a story? It's all real. In 20 years, the story of the great King Vina leading the Londinians to chase out the King of Sarkaz is bound to become a favourite story to all the kids that run around in the front of our houses. I mean, true, considering that they were making a play about the Civil War, or the Uprising, or whatever it was. Then I've got to spend some time thinking of how to better tell Vina's story. This isn't my story. The bold, fearless Hannah Indra Jackson, the witty Kate Morrigan, and the loyal, tenacious Isabella Montague. Oh, Isabel, not Isabella. Also, the noble, upright Aladale Cumberland. This is your story. She just did the "my friends, you bow to no one." Let's keep going. Calm ever since Arknights' main story after chapter 6 is just battling the urge to not get the stream demonetized. I have been failing miserably. The story isn't going to write itself. How the fuck do I pronounce that? That's got to be Celtic, or... yeah, probably Celtic or Britain. I... Let me just send a message to Cat for a moment, see if he recognizes it. King Gassikaf. Alright, does that word mean anything to your elven tongue? There we go. Anyway, isn't Cat Welsh? Yes, that's why I'm just seeing if it might be Celtic. Or Gaelic. Gaelic is more the term, sorry. It's either that or Celtic or something. Or it's just a made-up name. It could just be a made-up name, but I'm assuming it's something Britannic. The size of kings. In her heart, Siege thinks to herself that she must have seen it before. They are only vague fragments of memories and unclear voices. My daughter, come, take this sword. Is it calling to you? Feel it. Feel this voice. Feel Victoria. The palace is burning. She wants to climb up and see what kinds of show they are putting on outside. Things are always very lively. Did I read that wrong? No, it does say burning, okay. Things are always very lively on the king's birthday. But all she sees is fire. The fire rages. There are also many men in uniform, either fleeing in all directions away from the flames, or lying lifelessly on the ground. Okay, this is either the uprising or the fire. The earth trembles. She suddenly worries about the glass foul beasts by her bed. It's a gift that she has just received. Lately, she hasn't been able to sleep without hugging that delicate little trinket. That sounds dangerous. Her Royal Highness Alexandrina. Don't go back. It's dangerous. Thank goodness you ran outside. You're their only objective, aside from His Majesty. Okay, this is the uprising. His Majesty has... No, you needn't know this. Dead, I'm guessing? Or captured? He left us with one final order, to get you away. Vina, what's wrong? You've been rather out of it since we came underground. I remembered something. Something that I thought I'd forgotten long ago. The kind that hurts to remember, or the kind that brings you joy. It's just a voice. Your Highness, you must walk the rest of the way on your own. You were here not too long ago. You remember, don't you? Oh, that's referencing the fire. Uh-oh. They're coming for us. No matter what happens, you must keep running down this passage. Do not turn your back. If these idiots hadn't done this uprising, it probably wouldn't have been as easy for the sarkaz to take over. Oh, Karma, did you sign up for Arknights Enfield Global Technical Test? Yes, I did, and I am really hoping I get in. She listens to the officer and keeps running. The path ahead is pitch black, but she is more afraid of the starlight glow chasing her from behind. She runs and runs for a long, long time. She's forgotten where she started and where she is going. She's almost cried all the tears she has, and the path before her is so long that she can't see its end. She runs and runs, and a huge golden mane appears beneath her. She holds tight to the warm golden colour, and it feels as though she too has become a wild beast, dashing on all fours. To something. A neutral live player. Oh, hello, Kevin. Yeah, I'd say leveling up as much as you can helps, especially if you can promote them to at least E1 would be good for Stage 2 and that. I'm going to be honest with you though, I can't really give too much advice because I brute forced a lot of my stuff in the early days. I just fought with what I had, and I was a bit lucky. I got some I was lucky to get some high level characters during an event. At last, She no longer fears the nightmare that chases her. She cries for the things she hasn't lost no more. Instead, she dashes forward freely in the darkness. Ow. The phantoms have disappeared, and the memories recede like the tide. She finds herself standing in the middle of a long path. At the end of the path is a door. The door divides life and death. And whether it leads from life to death or from death to life, it opens only to the King of Victoria. Oh, is this the stone, maybe? Oh, you mean Hoshiguma? Yeah. The Dorito shield. We're here.
よかったわね、ドクター君。
Grade 6 hours, wait, really? Actually, yeah, I mean, I don't have Phantom myself, so I don't know too much about him, but it's pretty good. Hoshiguma's quite, it's actually a really good defender, if I remember correctly. Oh, this is a nice map. Oh, yes, that's a good shout. If you join in the Discord, there is an Arknights specific channel, and people are always talking in there. So if you need help with certain things and all that, and yeah, Hoshiguma is a pretty good defender. I haven't used her much because again, I don't have her either. I've only used her as support before, but she's pretty decent. Hoshi, to this day, is one of the greatest defenders. Okay, let's have a look at this. So one choke point. One choke point? That can't be right. Ooh. I like that. One choke point. Ifrit lane. Oh. Two defenders here and an Ifrit lane. Or an Ifrit lane going that way. Ooh, where do I want the Ifrit lane? Do I want the Ifrit lane to spawn camp one side, or do I want the Ifrit lane to camp the blockage? If I could camp the blockage, that would get everyone that's there. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, I heard ya.
Oh, doesn't Korasurum also have a line? Or am I thinking of someone else?
There's a mission? I wanna go!
He does. Okay, yes. Yeah, I'm not actually sure if I've leveled him up at all. I've got him, but I don't think I've ever really used him. No, I haven't used him at all. And I haven't leveled him up at all. I must have been thinking about the thing. Niche use. Okay. There's so many people that I've got that I need to level up. It's just, oh, it can be a bit overwhelming sometimes, the amount of
Call me whenever you need me.
Okay, I think I'm good with everything else. Oh, do I want to risk having 2 flag bearers? Maybe I should have at least 1 regular. Yeah, I'll have 1
Leave the
regular
scouting to me.
Vanguard 2. Oh wow, right to the stop. Ne'er to stop. I'm assuming that's never to stop.
みんなくれぐれも
Oh
安
shit.
全にね
Forwards.
Okay.
Good scenery here, Doctor. I will not back down.
Your orders. Speeding up.
Gather around me, guys. Let the world burn! Can't you feel the cities crumbling away? Does it hurt? I bet it does!
At your service.
Fear not! Here does it hurt? I have to get serious now. Anyone?
これが戦場というものね
Does it hurt? I bet it does! Can't you feel the cities crumbling away? I have to get serious now. Does it hurt? I bet it does!
思うがままの戦術でいいよ
I'll charge the weak spots. Ha! Kick ass!
いつでもいいよ前菜代わりにもならないね
Would you ever imagine friends turning against each other and homeland fading into nothing but memories? Get in the line of death!
Yeah, you have to accept the rules, basically, to get it.
私ならこっち大丈夫。す
Fuck.
ぐ治るから。
Shriek all you want. No, but
一体いつからこの職種はまやかしに過ぎないって錯覚してたの
Can I really do it?
Shit, this is falling apart.
screaming.
Apple pie!
Doctor, leave the ha! Kick ass!
There we go.
Get in the line of
Sacrificed a few, but we got it.
前菜代わりにもならないね
There we go.
You showed me that even weeds struggling to grow in the ruins can stand tall. Thank you.
Alright, decent. We are blazing through this. I got so used to how long Lone Trail took. What's the next one? 15. Nearly there, actually. And what's the one after that? 19. Wait, we are really... Are we getting... Isn't 19 the last playable stage? One attempt fade, go for hard mode. I'm good. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Decent. Two choke points. Lone Trail was definitely longer than this. Oh yeah, definitely. I got so used to that I'm not used to these short stages and not short stages, short-term cutscenes and stages with no cutscenes. This doesn't look too bad, but I might want a third healer. Just to spread out the healing a bit. This can either be hard or easy depending on your brain cells. Ah, so hard then. You could do more than one stage per stream, literally.
To the battlefield, are we not?
I don't know if I want to bother with that one. Yeah, I'll do it. I need to start getting shining up a bit anyway.
The powers
So I might as well do that while I'm here.
Is not enough.
Right, so what's the game plan? Someone here. I could do a Defender Lapland, or I could do something else. I could do. No, I can't really do a Pluma. Yeah, Defender Lapland, and. Oh, actually, it would depend. I'll either have Gavial here and use her skill 3, or maybe skill 2, I'm not sure. Or have her here. It depends on what's going to come around, I think. Or maybe I'll just have them right here at the front. I could do them right here at the front, maybe. One, two, three. Yeah. Here. Oh, I do have Nightingale. Ah, I need to do Nightingale as well. Yeah, okay. So 3 healers would be good. I think I'm generally okay. Would I want to... I'm not really going... Can I use Ifrit for this one? I can technically use Ifrit for this one. Oh. If I block here and here, I could use Ifrit. Did you do the build yourself a banner? No. To be honest, I'm not super interested in the people that are on the banner for this one. I suppose there's Saria as well, but I don't really know what I want at the moment when it comes to getting people right now. Yeah, I might actually try Ifrit here and block them here. That might cause issues though. That might be a bit too intensive. And it will depend on what's coming along the side here. I'm also a bit low on ground people because of this. Is there anyone I can... Yeah, I might have to do this. That's dumb. I mean, is it though? Would I even bother using Ifrit? I mean, it's a good thing. It's just having to split it into 2 choke points instead of 1 isn't ideal. And having... I mean, this is dumb. This probably isn't even that difficult of a map. It's just... I'm overthinking it.
要执行任务吗？我了解了。
So I've got 3 areas to defend. I'm not sure where I'm going to put the people for this lane. If I'm going to be offensive or defensive. Again, it'll depend on who it's there. I'm going to do Ifrit though. I might want to have another... this is the point where I'm running out of people though. It'll be fine. See how it goes. Is there a cutscene this time? Yes, there is. Okay. 4 years ago. Time goes by fast for your race and your country compared to the Sarkaz. Not long after the Titan that was Gaul collapsed, Victoria and Lifanian feasted on its remains as quickly and ferociously as they could. It has only been a few dozen years, and the Gallic era has long since come and gone. You never witnessed Corsica 1 battleships and cannons. You never knew Lignons? I can't remember. Prosperity and pride. The lands of your father's generation have been integrated into the territories of Victoria's most provincial nobles. They all speak of Gaul as a powerful titan, and yet it fell. I mean, to be fair, it took 3 of them to do it, so I'd say that's relatively powerful. The uniform you wear is that of a high-ranking Victorian officer. The medals you wear are all Victorian. You speak the most standard Victorian as the Londinium nobility do, without even the slightest hint of Gaulish accent. When you walk before me and claim you want to negotiate with the sarkaz, what gives you the right to call yourself Gaulish? Your Highness, Gaul has not a single city left. The man who stands before you is not a Gaulish man, but a Gaulish survivor. Some of us live in Victoria, some in Columbia, and some in Lifanian. We did not choose this exile. We've long been without a place to call home. You wish to rebuild Gaul? Yes. Just as you and other sarkaz wish to rebuild Kasdel. 2 centuries ago, the Gaulish Empire's artillery battalion also surrounded the walls of Kasdel. And now you will speak of yourself in the same breath as the sarkaz. Victoria was in that war against Kasdel too, and from what I heard, the reason you and the military commission were able to enter Londinium was precisely because of an invitation from Duke Cavendish. Then I'm certain you've heard what has become of him. 10 days ago, Duke Stafford stirred up an uprising in Londinium, and Duke Cavendish, not Cadavish, Cadavish is a different thing, stepped forward to put a stop to his scheme. Londinium defence forces joined the battle as well. Too bad, neither Duke Stafford nor Duke Cavendish survived the other's cannon fire. I'm sure you know this better than me. The other dukes are all paying keen attention to Londinium's situation right now. No matter what you are planning to do with the city, you will need a new helping hand. This is how you will work with the sarkaz. Correct. As you can see, the Gaulish remnant will fully support all of the Kasdel military commission's activities in Londinium. In exchange, we only ask that we return a few Gaulish cities to Gaulish rule in Victoria's forthcoming chaos. What good is my promise? A nation's destruction has nothing to do with the number of cities it has. I understand that, Your Highness, but we can't afford to wait for a more opportune time than this. I know a youth vanguard. He once served directly under the Gaulish Emperor's guards. When I met him, he was already 60-something. However, the guards had long disappeared during the Battle of the Four Emperors. He never got the chance to become a Vieux vanguard. He told me about the Spirited Emperor, their indomitable fleet, and the troops' idle conversations during mobilization. Over the decades, he has always insisted on telling his stories in Gaulish. Now, he lies in a small sanatorium in the Chep borough of Londinium. I paid him a visit not too long ago, and he has already forgotten how to speak. Even so, whenever he sees Gaulish imperial-style architecture on the telly, his muddy eyes regain their former vigour without fail, and he lifts his spasming hands to clap. He will be gone in no more than 5 years. The last generation of Gaulishmen who have truly seen Gaul with their own eyes is dying. Your Majesty, you are right. Compared to the sarkaz, our lives are insignificant. Our memories cannot be passed on through our blood. When the final witness passes away, our memories of Gaul will disperse with the wind like the Empire. When that moment comes, Gaul will truly be lost. All we can do is grasp at the ashes as best as we can. Balliste, fire! Hold the ceiling layer. Do not let them any closer. These defense forces men, a tad bit stubborn, aren't they? Because their leader is still up there. These soldiers really respect their commander. I wonder how many of these forces are of Gaulish descent then. If there's that bit factoring in as well. Or if it's purely just because, you know, they respect the commander. Speaking of, Commander, the sarkaz are here. The Rhode Island operators are engaged in battle with them. Back them up. We need to draw the enemy's attention on this facade of the battlefield to the best of our ability, to buy the Doctor time. Ooh, epic music playing. Now let me just turn that up a bit. That should be fine. Yes. My guess is the mercenaries at Highbury died by your hands. War is imminent. Both you and I know it in our hearts. Looks on the left as if they are building a hall around a normal living houses military area. I'll have to look at that again when it comes around. Ascalon, you were born and raised in Kasdel. The general plucked you from a corpse pile. The regent taught you to use a weapon to defend yourself and your homeland. But now, at this moment, when all sarkaz must stand together, what are you and no sarkaz at Rhode Island doing? Are you going to give our information to the Victorians? To a group of outbloods that once trampled upon Kasdel? Oh, Jesus. You betrayed the promise you once made. You betrayed Kasdel. Kasdel is several thousand kilometers from here. During the Civil War, you chose to become Babel's assassin. I couldn't stop you, nor did I have a reason to. After all, you were serving Her Majesty Teresa, the sole king of Sarkaz. Were you serving the regent but still supported Teresa anyway? But what do you serve now? A phantom of the past. The Civil War ended long ago, and now even Her Majesty Teresa has returned to our side. 4 years ago, you were the ones who killed her. And now you will sully her death so dishonorably. Oh, I like that. Omayumu. Who's the real traitor? Oh. Ugh. Ascalon's attack cuts through his arts. The two of them have been different since they were small. He learned much from the general, swordsmanship, military theory, and how to play political games, yet Ascalon remains as pure as a weapon in her hand. On the battlefield, she cannot be swayed by any words. Her eyes always focus on her highest priority target. Leto! Oh no. That's Sanguin Arch stuff, isn't it? There it is. This blood. Shit. A thick, viscous, blood-red colour rapidly seeps out of the ground. It turns into a barrier harder than a wall dividing Leto and Ascalon. Can we please kill this vampire? Like, how many stakes will it take? Just come on. Doctor, the drones have detected another squad of Sarkaz fighters closing in on our position. No, not just Sarkaz fighters. That's surging red. Oh, they're playing the skittering music. Here comes the vampire. Have the core and our operators keep their distance. Let Amir and Logos know. Okay, Doctor. It's pretty much going exactly the way you said it would. He's heading straight for the top of the command tower. The vampire's twisted stubbornness is really giving away its movements. I won't be affected by that, will I? How are we doing with the drones? We gotta pick up the pace. Good news, the command tower is very close to the city walls. I've already located the best route to the control area. Ain't the silver bullets meant for werewolves? Yes, but vampires are still weak to silver, depending on what folklore you read up on. Apparently it's something to do with the silver that Judas was given or something like that. The modern communication methods that the defense forces are using are much easier to take advantage of than all that witchcraft the Sarkaz use. I went and disguised my drone's identification codes. None of our long-distance signals will be jammed, guaranteed. It's an old code, sir. But it checks out. Though drones are very fragile. If they get attacked, that's going to be all our hard work down the drain. I just hope that Amir can stall those guys who really know how to put up a good fight up there. Ugh. Die already. You're weak and foolish, Liberi. You know a sarkaz can easily end your life, and you choose not to run? I am the commander. This is my tower. My men. They're all still here. Perhaps I should consider cleaning them up first, then. Oh? These arts. This scent. Ah. I see. The foolish pretender is here. Oh god, Ascalon versus Manfred and then you've got Amir. This is our first proper meeting. king of sarkaz. I've met you plenty of times before, vampire. Countless Self-Salvation Corps fighters sacrificed themselves because of you. I remember all their names, and their lives won't carry any less weight than they deserve just because you look down on them. So, what do you intend to do, King? Will you use that pitch-black axe of yours to end me? Axe? Axe? You mean sword? Caster team, sniper team, join me and tear down his blood defense. No time to lose. Seize the target. All at once, black lines and bolts dart into the thick, blood-coloured layer. Nothing has changed. You disappoint me. Cortus, you assume the stance of a warrior, yet you deny the necessity of killing in politics. You're even weaker than Teresa. Teresa was a ridiculous one. She tried to have the sarkaz bow down to our invaders, namely Victoria. And the most foolish of her actions was undoubtedly her decision to make you her successor. Focus fire. What a pointless struggle. Ooh. Eh? That was a voice command. Disperse. Logos? Right before the tide of blood reaches Amia, it is suddenly sliced apart in one clean cut. Yes! The moment I saw that it was a verbal command. I see. In addition to the assassin who was your vanguard, you brought another servant with you. Oh, he looks awesome. I love his design. I am Amia's employee, not her servant. Banshee. Are you perhaps afraid? Domino Horny. It's really difficult. Have you seen him? You think, by hiding in that shell called Rhode Island, you can refute your relationship with this counterfeit and escape Casdel's judgment on its traitors? Your words are always riddled with falsehoods, vampire. Although, only for the time being. I took off my Rhode Island Elite Operator uniform the moment we decided to come to Londinium. Is it a good time to ask for a raise? I'm the Lord of the Banshees. Wheresoever I speak, there lies the Elegaic Court. Gayak? I don't know. The young Banshee raises his hand. On his dark-coloured robe, his incantations quiver softly like the first drop of dew dripping down under the morning sun. It is not the crown that I follow. It is precisely Her Majesty Teresa's ideals that have driven me this far. You took her life and desecrated it, but you can't extinguish the flame that she lit before our eyes. How can someone who has seen daybreak return to an eternal night? I really hope we kill that bastard vampire, please.
Too bad some people just can't live and let live.
Oh fuck, that's red. Okay. What do I do? I'm not... okay, fuck it. Original plan. What is you? What the fuck is this shower curtain doing here?
ここに。ここだよ。
This isn't gonna work. Oh, what the fuck are you doing here as well? Oh, shit. Oh, I forgot to put Vanguard down. Okay. How quickly can I get 14
I'll take the
points?
lead. The rest is up to you guys.
How quickly can I get 14 points?
Can you do it?
ブラブラブラブラ。
Quick enough.
怖くはないわ。
Doctor, lead the big guy. Ha! Kick ass!
Nah. That was one shot. I'm really glad I saw the Rip Gavial and put someone else down. What does that colour mean? Sorry, Courier, but you were quite the necessary sacrifice. I hope.
I will not back down. I'm ready.
Oh, can you do it?
Can't you feel the cities crumbling away?
Tis but a flash in the drift of time. Fear
To be
not.
fair, Codes didn't really spoil anything. Fucking Christ. Okay.
I'm so tired. Stay back!
It was more so that I just happened to see it in the right moment, just seconds in before it reached her. Heal. Okay, that healing's working.
Your orders. Can't you hear the children's cries?
Damn it. Oh, I got both of them. I'm sorry, Naomi.
Hellfire. Locked and loaded.
Oh, this is gonna go
Doctor,
badly.
leave the
No!
big guys to me.
No! No! Oh, I got him again. Okay. I am so sorry, Courier.
大丈夫。すぐ治るから。ちょっとからかってあげようっと。
Just try me. Shriek all you want.
No, don't call
Nobody
Naomi. I didn't
cares.
apologize. I apologized for it. Well, I don't have anyone else to put down. I do. I am so sorry, Courier.
Forwards!
Courier's entire existence in this one stage is to get eaten repeatedly. Courier tasty? I mean, he looks tasty. I mean, anyway. Get rid of her. She's not needed now.
Flourish or perish.
Oh, actually, better
Grief
idea.
ever echoes in our souls.
Put that there.
我会努力的。
Just in case the skill comes back soon, which it probably will.
I'll charge the weak spot. Face me!
Apple pie!
There we go. Right. Note to self, have sacrifices. So this is... The giant door lies solemnly in the underground area. There is not a sound to be heard aside from the breathing of those who have made their way here. Maybe read what they do. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. Of course, death is silent. Not even the most glorious rain can change that fact. Some of you might die, but that is the sacrifice I'm willing to make. Literally, that is basically how this is going to go for their gimmick. I'm just going to keep feeding vanguards and fast redeploys. Oh, fast redeploys. I am so sorry, Red. The Mausoleum of Kings. Just as the name suggests, this is the resting place of all Victoria's kings. Do you hear something? Nothing besides our breathing. Gravel might like it. You know, that scares me more than anything else. There is no mistaking that there is some kind of sound echoing throughout this space. It is a murmur she hears, having woken up from her dream. Or is it a groan she owes to her fatigue, rather? Looks more like the entrance to Mordor Moria than Tomb of Kings. Actually, now that you say it, it reminds me of what's the place where the Nazgul come out of in Return of the King? The tower, not Khazad-dûm. That's a bridge. Oh, I can't remember the Lord of the Rings names at the moment. They are staring at her. Minas Morgul. Yes, there it is. Thank you. It reminds me of the door there when it opens up and it's just green, and the Nazgul all ride out. Or was it the army that rode out? It was the army that rode out, and the Nazgul were flying from it, if I remember correctly. God, I love Lord of the Rings. I'm definitely going to need to rewatch it. The director's cut, obviously, the only way to watch it. They are staring at her. Victoria is staring at her. No pressure. The moment she comes to realise this, a sense of agitation immediately follows. What do they expect? What kind of future are they envisioning for her? Both. In Fellowship, the Nazgul rides out of it. Oh yeah, true. I forgot about that. They ride out of it during the Gollum getting tortured and he yells Shire Baggins, and then they ride out, if I remember correctly. Also, I just kind of feel like, now I'm just feeling like, talking about all the dead kings, and I'm now thinking of that ghost army from Return of the King as well. She grew tired of these days on the run long ago, and it has been a very long time since she last heeded the call of that golden creature. For a second I thought you were talking about that weird Gollum game. Oh god, no. Golden Mane. Come, we need to finish this mission as fast as we can. Rhode Island and the Core will need our help. Speaking of all of the Lord of the Rings stuff, yes, he really does look a bit like Aragorn. Stop. What's this on the ground? It's too dark here. I thought this was some of that upper crust, posh decor. This is blood. Signs of a fight here. An utterly tragic battle. No, this place is a mire soaked in death. The meandering trail of blood can be found having slithering down the pathway and past the gap beneath the door. Or perhaps it crept its way out of the large door. The trail of blood has long since dried, leaving the shattered bricks on the ground covered in its twisted dark crimson stains. Likewise, there are tattered bolt heads, sword fragments, and craters left behind by arts explosions, all submerged under the beds of dried blood. There are also marks more massive in scale, such as the numerous scars on the door, each one by itself more than enough to tear the silence of this place asunder. So people tried to get in and got thoroughly whacked, is what it sounds like. Although there are no bodies to be seen, everyone who's seen war before can easily work out what transpired here. Two groups, both preparing to fight to the death, battled each other. Evidently, they got their wish. Judging from the colour of the blood, this must have been at least several years old. Can blood even stay stained that long? I suppose it does. There wouldn't be any rain or anything to wash it away. Several years? You don't mean the sarkaz? Sarkaz died here. I recognise their weapons. They're the same ones the sarkaz warriors who attacked the Knights of the Tower used all those years ago. They're different from what the sarkaz outside are using. Completely different. The blades that the sarkaz use now are all made by the munition factories in Highbury, and they're very similar to the standard weapons used by the Victorian army. They're not as crude and nowhere near as barbaric. It will just get dry and brittle? Pretty much, yeah, so it would honestly be kind of like a really weak paint if it's not touched by moisture or anything. It will flake pretty much the moment you step on it, unless it really soaks in, but this doesn't look like the sort of environment that it would soak into the surface. Yeah. I still remember the sounds of their rusted blades cutting through my fellow knights. They were heavy. They were... Oh, and they shattered bone before crushing armour. Dagda, are you alright? I'm fine. If the sight of these battle scars were enough to stop me in my tracks, I probably wouldn't have been able to manage a single peaceful night since my escape from Londinium. I want to know what the glowing is in the background. Vina, the situation is not quite what we expected. The sound hurts her head. They are urging her. They are speaking. The sighs of kings is still inside. Keep calm and carry on. Hypergriff were looking for somewhere to write this phrase in. They were looking for somewhere to put this. Who fought the sarkaz? There's no way to tell. Probably the size. They probably tried to break in. The other side left no traces. If they did, it's likely I haven't seen them before. It's the size. Mr. Totter, how long has it been since you became a mercenary? It'll be my 14th anniversary next month. You must have seen weapons from most countries out there. Certainly, but not every country out there. I'm just your garden variety merc. I haven't seen the weapons of any particularly elite forces. If I had, I wouldn't be alive right now. You're selling yourself a bit short there. Morgan, Indra, head back outside the path and stay alert. Secure our evac route. just like before, right? I hope I don't miss out on anything good. Yeah, fucking Aslan himself comes out and bestows the sword upon Siege and they get to miss it. Siege, we can't act rashly now. Do you hear the battle above us, Dagda? No. I do. This trembling, I can imagine it. I can't go back empty-handed. If the sword will stop all this, or even just ease all the sacrifice and slaughter, then I shall do it. I do not see this as a responsibility. It's just a tiny act on my part. It's nothing different from knocking out the front teeth of those thugs who come looking for trouble. Vina. Aladel, you said it yourself. Having taken a step, we can't turn back now. Still don't trust Aladel. I thought Minecraft music was starting just then. It started like the very beginning couple of notes of one of the Minecraft songs. that really confused me just a second. You look pretty cheesed. This is my chance to fight right beneath the palace. That was a whiplash of mood swings from the OST, yep. I just hope they don't actually run into anything that calls for a fight. You should know that. You should know what a big sacrifice I'm making for you. If someone whacks you in one go, you've got to have a friend to yell for the others, right? My silly Hannah. Do you remember how Vina looked when we first met her? How could I forget? She was real cocky. She was tiny, but she was so full of herself. She hardly talked. You couldn't even tell when she was angry, but when she fought... who do you reckon taught her how to fight? She said it was her teacher. And I thought she had some brawler from Norport. I thought I needed Red Newport from Norport as a teacher. Then we found out about who she was. And it all made sense. Probably a knight with muscles for brains. Seriously though, aren't princes and princesses all meant to wear frilly clothes and have trouble running? What kind of teacher would have her fighting like she's facing a wild beast? When she first told us who she was, I thought she was having a laugh. Vina wouldn't kid about something where life and death is concerned. I thought it was a new gang looking for trouble with Glasgow. But it turns out it was an operation to assassinate the heir to the throne. They were pretty tough though. I thought it'd be a lot more fun to follow a crown princess on an adventure than living the thug life. Besides, this princess has got a special place in my heart. I know you guys are operators and all that, but can you stop giving me flags, please? Stop talking about the past, alright? Before I knew it, we were following Vina out of Londinium, wandering the world with her, and making it back here. Now, if the heroes in the legends had a choice, they'd rather lie down on the sofa and gulp down a cold beer, wouldn't you agree? I don't like this. It's like that they're operators, so far no operator has been killed. It's not like Honkai Impact. But still, I don't like it when characters start talking about when they first met the main character and stuff like that. Having second thoughts? Of course not. We've come this far already. I started on my memories already, and I'm gonna make a huge, and I'm gonna make it huge with the book, or a huge with the book. Okay, it's called The Legendary Vina and Her Legendary Mates. All I need now is a publisher. With your sorry vocabulary, forget it. Venus said it was cool. This reminds me of that pub we smashed the sign of. Stop talking about the past. Ah. And that was the first battle we won, with Vina leading us. That night we drank all the booze in the cellar. In the end, Baird carried us back to the lorry, one by one. It drove us home before the police got there. I mean, it's given them character. Oh, it definitely is. I just don't trust Arknights. I've grown accustomed to any kind of talk like this immediately not ending well in like a couple of stages time. I just get too nervous. Are you bloody daft? I was the one who carried you on my back. Baird was so off on her trolley, she tried to steer the loo. And you wanted her to drive? God, that was really difficult to read. It's been a long time since I used half of those words. All I'm thinking is, no matter where we are, we can still come together and make a name for ourselves, right? Even if it's just taking over a pub from the other gangs. Say, Hannah, we've been back for days already. Why hasn't Vina so much as suggested paying Glasgow a visit? So, in this world, is Glasgow a pet place or is it a pub? I'm assuming a pub by the sounds of what they were talking about. The key. Before we left, the doctor gave me this key. Oh, it could be a street, I suppose. Or like an area, a borough or something. It's their gang. Oh, true, but I thought the gang was all there. I didn't think they left anyone behind. So I assumed when they said let's go back to Glasgow or something, I assumed they meant the actual, like an actual location, as opposed to people. A borough? Okay. The doctor told me that Dr. Countset negotiated for this. Only this can open the door that leads to the Mausoleum of Kings. I know this key once belonged to a Draco. Allerdale, do you know where the other key is? The other key? The key that belongs to the Aslan royal family. It too can open this door, and it should have been passed on to her by her father. But she has never seen the key herself. Oh, does it need two keys maybe? I guess. Why ask me that all of a sudden? I just remembered another legend about the size of kings. With the sword in his hand, the Aslan Padishah tried to conquer the last swath of foreign land. The Draco King's fire arts flew straight towards him. His armour burned away in the flames, dispersing in purplish drops. However, his sword was far harder than his armour. The moment it pierced the Draco King's body, only half of the Aslan Padishah's sword remained. And so, the Draco King lived, and the Aslan Padishah lost his right hand. After the Draco and Aslan signed their treaty, the sword was reforged, and it has since become the symbol of Victoria's century-long glory. My ancestors once nearly killed a Draco King, and now I hold the king of the Red Dragon's descendants. To open the door to the Mausoleum of Kings. Oh, okay, maybe it doesn't require both. Here, it doesn't matter whether one is Draco or Aslan. One is only Victoria. Ooh. Please be a sword and a stone, please be a sword and a stone, please be a sword and a stone. The door opens. It is much easier than she imagined. It's so simple, as though everything was already in place, awaiting only this tiny push from her. Ooh. The Mausoleum of Kings. A millennium of Victorian history surges towards her. The Aslan who left, only to return. The return of the king. Strange women laying in ponds, distributing swords with no... I love that. I love Monty Python Holy Grail. So far, Chapter 11's been going quite well. I've only had one... Yeah, I've only had one non-free star. Oh. Oh god, oh Christ, oh fuck. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. What am I supposed to do there? 3 choke points. 5 trees. Not only that, look at the bottom lane. No one to place. There's nothing I can place here in the bottom lane. So it's all or nothing in this middle area. Hello, cat. How you doing? Oh, I do not like this. I do not like this. I think... look in the DMs, Cap. Okay. I wish it would tell me how much health they had. I need to check this again. Okay, so they're worse against bullets. No, I don't speak Elvish. You speak Welsh-ish, maybe. That's why I was mainly wondering if it was a Welsh word, or at least recognizable. Oh, I don't know. Oh, this is going to be awful. I mean, I don't even have Rosa leveled up. That's the problem. No, I do not. No, there isn't a letter K in the Welsh language. Oh, okay. I could just play it cheap and grab a Texas support. Or something along those lines. Not going to use Ifrit. That's not really going to work in this one. What can I go with? Default with that
チ
just
ー
for
ムメ
now.
イト
Let's
同士
see.
でもみんな
Not
の前
gonna
に出ない方
bother
がい
with
い？
a third
わかった。
medic.
ドクターの言う通りにするよ。
I don't think it would really do much, if I'm being honest with you. I might try more damage.
任務に行かないとなのかな。
2 defenders and a Gavial sounds about right. Okay. I think I'll play offensively. These filthy rebels. They've been at this since the Dean. Bring out that massive metal thing of yours. Eh? You mean the self-propelled cannon? Sarkaz, there's still lots of our men up ahead. I'll send them a signal. Ever heard of danger close? You know how wide this attack range is. They won't get away in time. Now that's their problem. Our warriors know how to survive on the battlefield. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to deal with more grads. Over there, a movable mechanical originium cannon. Why did it make a Call of Duty funk? It almost sounded like one of those. What? What the hell is this? That's no normal artillery shell. Did Castle have some kind of advanced research institute I've never heard of? And in such a short time too. How did Manfred manage this? Have you found the control area with your drones yet? Control area, control area. Crap, Doctor. These artillery shells have got arts that jam my drones. Like I said, Londinium's system is easy to crack, but Sarkaz witchcraft is tough. Doctor, we'll take it from here. Huh? Oh, whoa, Feist. Everything's set the way you wanted it. The engineering team will make sure your drones will fly free. You got an idea? Miss Closure, these originium cannons were assembled in our factory. So you aren't planning on taking them apart right here and now, are you? If we were vampires, we definitely could give it a shot. Too bad, most of us are just normal craftsmen. Old English, probably. Yeah, I'm imagining it still seems quite Celtic, to be honest, more so than Germanic Old English. So, but it we'll have to see. It could be Old English, or it might be more. It could be Scottish Gaelic or Irish Celtic, possibly very Old English. If that's the case, then that's quite impressive, because I think beyond Germanic, like Saxon English, that's it. We don't really have much in the way of the Britannia, like, clans and that. You know, the times of Boudica and such. But we know what we've made with our own hands. We know how to target their weak points to create an opening for our friends who can actually put up a fight. After all, this is how us engineers can put ourselves to use on the battlefield, isn't that right? The zipline. You're gonna climb onto that? Your drones will function as normal if we get the cannon under control, right? In theory. That's too risky though. We're working together here. I need you and the Doctor to help us lock onto the safest landing point. As the cannons echo in the air, Feist focuses on the battlefield before him. He sees not the fierce sarkaz, but the machinery by the conveyor belts he's most familiar with. There we go. The thunderous sound of the enormous machine's movements is no different to the rhythms he knows so well. I was wrong, Glasgow is not borough, just a gang name. Okay, so they were just talking about... They must have... Okay, so I guess they left people... people behind then. Because I assumed everyone in the Glasgow gang was with them or in Rhode Island, so I just assumed when they said about visiting Glasgow, I just assumed they meant a place. That happens to be also the name of the gang. Yeah. He will take back the city that belongs to them, his own way. Whew. I've always wanted to see a battle from up above. Isn't this the perfect chance? The giant machine ambles down the street. Compared to its colossal form, the men on the battlefield, be they Victorian or sarkaz, are almost insignificant. Oh, so this is a massive thing then. Its footsteps cannot be halted. Its gaze can easily melt the blocks. It is practically the ruler of this street jungle. Yet, it suddenly lets out a wail. From a blind spot in its vision, a dozen grappling hooks latch onto the weakest point of its neck. Immediately thereafter, several dozen figures climb onto its back via the zip line. I'm getting Star Wars vibes with the AT-ATs getting getting like pulled down and such. Doctor, we got it under control. Snipers, eliminate nearby hostiles. Understood. Casters, strike. On it. Oh, back to the battle. Look at you, Banshee. You won't allow even a single drop of blood near you. Every drop you control contains your witchcraft. Oh ho ho! The curse of the Banshee. Since when have the Banshees been as boring and uninteresting as you? I still remember how they flew through the dark night, blowing their bone whistles. They mourned those lost with to the wastelands with their sharp, sorrowful cries. At the same time, they mercilessly dug their pitch-black fingers into the skulls of those pitiful souls. Banshee, that is what a Banshee is supposed to be. They have always been the hunters that the vampires admired the most. On the battlefield, we fought alongside one another with fear as our weapon, taking the lives of our feeble enemies. But the Banshees of today have lost their way. Your kind has locked your true selves behind that attire, not unlike what the Lifanian casters wear. Decrepit and pretentious. You're one to talk about being pretentious. You are the pinnacle of the stuck-up vampire king. Or count, or whatever. I'm afraid you are the one who's lost your way, vampire. Time does more than relentlessly erode the lands. It shapes life as well. Why not look at yourself? Your form has long since changed. You are no longer as you were. What significance is the form my flesh takes? Your flesh, like my robe, is the true form in which we walk the world. The roots of Royal Court may have rotted away long ago, but Royal Court, as it stands today, with its canopy raised up high, remains unwilling to fall to the ground. How pathetic. That witch is dead. Oh, that witch is dead. I thought that said witch, as in with a T. That which is dead continues to draw nutrients from the barren soil, denying itself the chance to receive new life. So, this is your true goal. The smile disappears from the vampire's face. Yes! Tilt him. Next to him, the boiling blood settles into stasis for a brief moment. A faint tremor can be felt beneath the ground before the floor above it starts to shake as well. Blood. Blood marches forward. Operators, hold! The battlefield below us. He suddenly realizes he has stayed here for too long. Leto is far from the only weak point in the command tower. While both he and the vampire had their attention drawn to the King of Sarkaz and their old acquaintances, Rhode Island and the Self-Salvation Corps have very likely been drawing ever closer to the information they need. This was Rhode Island's plan all along. They stood no chance of quickly defeating him and the vampire. They simply wanted to buy themselves time. I must... You're too late. Yes, he is. He can sacrifice an arm to escape from Ascalon, but the thing that's truly stopping him is the sea of blood before his eyes. The Sanguin Arch has already been angered. They are all trapped on this battlefield. You fool! Banshee. You dare to plot the destruction of the royal court, the very manifestation of Sarkaz heritage. Hate that sound. I'm so glad he's angry. I know that's probably going to become difficult for me in these stages, but that guy needs to be tilted. An earth-shattering surge of blood envelops the entire command tower. The Rhode Island operators and the Defense Force soldiers are all moments away from being submerged. That is, until a shapeless force divides this Red Sea of blood. Parts the Red Sea, literally in this case. Oh, that is so pretty. I do this not for destruction, but for my salvation. Don't let your long memories bind you. Release yourself from your pride. From the olden days, old Sarkaz king. You know, Stiletto, or whatever her name is, in Reverse 1999, would she technically count as a banshee? She has a pen, she writes out in the air, and her spells are all vocal. The Sarkaz have changed. The Sarkaz must change. Under his bone pen, golden incantations write themselves loop by loop. Heeding its master's rage, the pool of blood rises from the floor, the walls, and his head, and charges towards the unapproachable young banshee, as well as those he's shielding. Sonetto, sorry, yes, not Stiletto. Joe Mama obliterates the rest of No, it's literally like, I'm gonna destroy you with the power of these. What's these? These nuts. Everything, all the Sarkaz just melt. That would be fucking funny. If it's possible for banshees to create their own spells, there's bound to be someone somewhere in Terra that's made like a whole bunch of like joke names for incantations and such. All because the Lord of Curses has already set the rules upon this high tower, in a foreign land. The Lord of Curses. That is an awesome name for Banshee. Doctor, the control tower. Her situation's intense. I believe in Amia, Logos, and Ascalon. Whew. Looks like they managed to stall that scary guy. Sorry, I just read to the chat. Oh, that just reminded me of the it just reminded me of the meme as well, the Watchmen one. And so now I'm just like thinking of like the vampire like dropping to his knees yelling no, as or no, Leto rather doing it as the vampire explodes. Cursecraft is one of the coolest varieties of arts. It honestly, I really like from what I've seen with Nasty and that. That and I love the incantation magic. I love those ones where, you know, you do have to like say things or use power words and stuff like that. Phew, looks like they managed to stall that scary guy. Doctor, the drones have reached the control area. Gonna start hacking now. Give me an ETA. Half an hour. No, 20 minutes. You have 5. Doctor, I know Amir and the core guys are having a tough time right now. Trust me, I wish I had a couple more pairs of hands too. Reminds that Closure is also a vampire. Yep. The gigantic machine lets out another growl. The previously silent cannon begins to rev up again. What just happened? The men on the cannon are under attack. There are hostiles in the distance. Ah! It's a sarkaz. Oh, shit. Uh-oh, war swords, guys. That is a war sword, isn't it? Yeah, it's like a war sword or claymore because it has 2 handles. Oh, actually, there's German, isn't it? Isn't it Zweihandel or something like that? Like 2 handle or something. Zweihander, there we go. No idea what kind of arts those sarkaz are using. Just means 2-hander. True, but when I've seen the word before, it always shows that specific type of sword. Or at least, you know, the ones with that extra looking part of hand. Like, you know, like it looks like an extra handle, like a 1.5 handle. Or 2.5 rather. All of a sudden, I just couldn't breathe. Confessarius witchcraft. These sarkaz are their guards. When one has one's life depleted by this witchcraft so quickly, not even medical arts can save them. Have advised to evacuate the canyon surroundings with our fighters. But then the weapon will go out of control again. Our men's life are precious. I will destroy the berserk weapon. I want to see what Clavizia does. Commander, I'm feeling much better. Commander, are these your arts? No. This light is mobile. Compared to mine, yes, it's much warmer. Nightingale? Oh, shining. Look, someone just appeared behind those Confessarius guards. Who's that? White horns, black robe. Is that a Confessarius? The Confessarius. She's fighting the other sarkaz. Doctor, that's Shining. Did you ask her to come here? Calcic kept in touch with her. She's doing this on her own accord. I knew how badass Shining could get. This is my first time seeing her fight for real. The Shining by Stephen King. That's how I put it. I'm starting to understand why she avoids fighting so much. Yes! Madam Confessarius, you came to fight after all. Once again, you went against our leader's will. Yeah, Otto Apocalypse looking ass has nothing to say to her. If my actions are under his control, wouldn't that make my departure hardly meaningful? Do you really despise our leader so much? No. I've never despised him. I've only ever despised myself. The guard's mask splits, allowing his facial expression before he succumbs to be reflected in the sheath of the Confessarius' sword. Shining gazes at her opponent. Her eyes are both calm and sorrowful. Once again, the final flicker of a living flame has been burned into her blade forever. Oh, blood is disappearing. The mist of blood is rapidly evaporating under the power of the witchcraft. Countless beams of black energy are shot through the fissures torn open by the witchery. The tides of blood that shroud the command tower have receded a little. Huh. Your swordsmanship, not bad. Your Highness, we must finish this quickly. Don't disturb me. Oh, he's getting tunnel visioned. The blood's roar forces Manfred to take a few steps back. Ascalon's arm blade follows him closely. He knows she won't let him get away easily. A red bolt of lightning flashes across the clouds above the command tower. This... oh, fucking Christ. The T-Kaz Wurtzen. Of course you'd know. Just as I know your arm blade. Oh, I'm guessing that's the name for his catalyst. A signal. You're contacting him. Boomst. Amia, we don't have much time. Right, as long as we bring Leto with us. Ugh. Watch your defenses. The vampire's power is far greater than this. What a waste of blood. The battle before was far from enough to satisfy the vampire. He turns his attention to the Victorian soldiers hiding nearby. What? You can't! It'll be fine, Leto. Soon enough I shan't even need to keep you alive. Lieutenant Colonel! Lieutenant Colonel! You idiots! Ugh. The soldiers can no longer speak. They fumble their way to the vampire as blood sprays out of their spines. One stream after another, heeding his orders in their arms and legs, marching toward rapidly. They have received the Sanguin Arch's blessing. Do it, to your heart's content. Blood doesn't dry simply because of death. It will only flow faster thanks to your futile actions. His soldiers no longer follow his commands. He watches them advance and advance until they reach the edge of the rooftop. The sarkaz's fight will soon destroy this place. Their eyes do not even see these normal soldiers who are in flux between life and death. Most of the soldiers are Victorian. They are of entirely different upbringings than him. They remain oblivious to his objective and the deal he made with the sarkaz to this very moment. They simply followed him here to the edge. He knows he shouldn't have moved. The vampire and Manfred would have been in no hurry to kill him as long as he hid in the far back. But he still wanted to catch those soldiers about to fall to the depths below. Ugh. Black energy beams. Lieutenant Colonel Letou, I can feel pain in your eyes. You think of yourself a Gaulish man. You revere a massive phantom of the past. You want to take hold of it and bring it back. But do you really believe the sarkaz's word? Do you really believe that your dream to rebuild Gaul is possible? You are afraid, sir. You pretend you still have control because you don't want to face the coward in you who wants to flee the war. You force yourself to believe that all the sacrifices you made are for Gaul. But you can't forget, in the eyes of those men you deceived, who you called to their deaths. You are the young Lord of Fiends they spoke of. I am. And I am your enemy. Yes. But you held me back. You don't want to see me die here. They call you Lord of Fiends, the King of Sarkaz, but all I see is a kind, gentle girl. Ugh. An intense pain suddenly seizes her. This isn't the doing of the Liberi before her, nor is it the Londinium arts of the vampire or Manfred. After all, this isn't an attack. Amia, oh Amia. A voice calls out to her. A voice as soft as the snow-white feather quilt that has been set out to dry in the sun. Amia lifts her head. The sky above her comes smashing down. The thick, dark clouds surge towards her, engulfing her from top to bottom, like a tight, suffocating embrace. Oh, you can't just change it from here, come on. Okay. Doctor, Commander, we've taken back control of the cannon. 10 minutes. Give me just 10 more minutes, and I'll take care of them all. Oh, Doctor, for the first time in the past few days, I think we just might be able to win this. Shit, now you've said it, we're going to lose. Miss Closure, what's up? I really wish you hadn't said that. You're thinking I must have jinxed it. Holy shit. Doctor, what the hell's... My surveillance drone's alarms all of a sudden... all started blaring at once. You had to say it. Come on, say something. Going all quiet like that's really freaking me out. Wait, that's... Oh. Oh no. Oh. Outfit is back. She isn't buying us time. Doctor, you aren't trying to tell me the Naxxter came back early, are you? Their advance must have been silent, otherwise someone was sure to have noticed that they had broken through the walls and crossed half the city. These footsteps are nothing but a signal that penetrates the hearts of all those on the battlefield through the trembling ground. Every street their eyes can reach is filled with Sarkaz warriors. The shadows cast by the dark clouds above cannot engulf them. After all, they are the dark shadows themselves. They are the ones who engulf the land. Fuck. I feel like this is going to be new enemies.
任务地点和任务目标我都好好记住了。
will not back.
あれが敵？なかなかうまそうに見えるね。
At your service. Attack!
Ah, fuck.
怪我人はいない? Your orders. Can't you feel the cities crumbling away?
Fear not! Here I come!
ちょっとからかってあげようっと。Now's the time to help everyone out.
Ha! Kick ass!
Hora! これが戦場というものね。
Your orders, please. Can I stay back? Iyo.
At your service. Attack!
Rock and roll!
Bits.
ドクター、脅かさないドクターに言うと思ってたよりちょっ
Okay, there we
と
go.
大変。
Oh, fuck, that's bad.
にするよ。
Oh, maybe. Uh,
私ならここに大丈夫。すぐ治るから。こういう香りは好き？
shield, shield, shield. He. Oh, you don't take those.
Show me what you got there.
Goodbye, Lapland.
我会努力的。
Who's next?
I'm so tired of the distance. There!
Went towards the alley. What, the top alley? What would it do?
Your orders. Attack!
Come on. Shit! Oh, just in time.
Solid positioning.
Pointing Aladale towards your units. Oh, wait. So, how would that work? Okay, that was a bad example. I should have realised he was going to get eaten immediately.
我该
But
怎
still,
么我还坚持得住。
思うがままの戦術でいいよ。
戦場は師匠の言葉はしっかり聞いて。This is my playground.
oh, I forgot to change your
天才代わ
skill.
りにもならないね。
Doctor, lead the fight, it's me!
Shit. Shit, the trees are still alive.
The opponent! Now's the time to help everyone out. Doctor! いいよ。
Oh, fuck me.
到我了吗？我还坚持得住。
can I? Get away from me, please! 真っ二つにしちゃうから。
Doctor, leave the who's next?
Okay, 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 we've got this, we've got this, we've got this. Bison, stay alive!
いつでもいいよ。一体いつから
Bison, you've
こ
got
の
this!
触手はまやかしに過ぎないって錯覚してたの？
You got this! Wait, what do you mean wrong way? I pointed it towards the operator. He did get the thing. He got a little shield. I did point it towards
博
him.
士果然很厉害。
Ooh, water block. Nice. I mean La Pluma. Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. I did that. Yeah, no, La Pluma I pointed. It was the right way for a while. I just forgot that there was an extra block there. Well, we got 3 star for it. That was actually surprisingly easy. Thanks all.
登録し
Hey,
イザベル・モンタ
Gacha.
ギューシージと我が盟友たちを代表して貴殿にご挨拶申し上げる。
Nice. I
衣装
really wanted you.
白
Alright, so it's 4 more missions afterwards. I think I might leave that here, to be honest. Yeah, I'd say that's a good place to leave it and then do 4 stages afterwards. Well, it'll be more than 4 stages. I know it's like 21 or 22 or something like that. But it's 19 playable. So I'll probably leave it here then. Oh, but that's also a really easy looking map. Definitely leave for later. Yeah. Oh, nice. It is a roadblock map. Huh, interesting. Oh. 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 Block it so they only go for it. It becomes the one choke point. Oh. Oh, I like that. Any plans to go back to Valhalla? Already missing it. Oh, yes, I do plan on returning to Valhalla now that my voice is pretty much okay and I'm not like getting sore throat anymore. I'm not sure if I'll I'm probably gonna play either Monday or later on in the week. Yeah, okay, I will leave this for later. Sorry guys, cliffhanger. But I think it's a good place to stop and then probably end up getting the rest of the story done, I think. 16, 17, 18, 19, 4 stages that are playable. And then it's like 20, 21. So yeah, probably could end up getting it done considering how much we've been able to get through. So yeah, I'll leave it here. Oh, I forgot how good Chapter 11 is. It's been so long since I started it. It must have been like a month or a bit then. But anyway, yeah, so really liking the story. I just hope we get to beat the shit out of that vampire, please. I know the Naxxraria have just appeared, so probably not. But come on, let us dunk on him at some point. It feels like we haven't actually taken much of a sizable chunk out of him yet. Tried Pinch Out yet? Not yet. I'll probably do a stream with it this week as well. Well, we had Lone Trail between that, yeah. And that did pretty much take up the entirety of November for me. But yeah. yeah, as for this week, I don't have any specific plans. Like I said, I do plan on going back into expiring like 3 days. Okay, yeah, I'll have to make sure to play it soon then. But yeah, so this week I don't really have much in the way of plans. Obviously, the usual Saturday Arknights. In terms of Valhalla, probably the Monday will be the most likely case. There's a couple of things I want to do. I do want to start. I finished writing the Ursus script, or I finished the 7th rewrite of it. So I'll be recording that at some point soon as well. So expect that in a couple of weeks' time, depending on how long it takes me to get through the subtitling. Anyway, but yeah, so not too much planned in the way of streams, just the usual. But honestly, thank you guys so much for hanging around. It's been a blast, and I'm glad we're getting back into the main arc. I wonder if I can get through this in chapter 12 before the next chapter comes out global. Probably could. That'd be interesting. Actually reaching like the point in which I'm having to wait for main story would be quite interesting. But yeah, anyway, thanks so much for coming around, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.